Gigantic man-made underground complex, 1 million years of history erased. A new find could change human history completely. Some civilization created the largest underground complex ever seen, a million years ago. It is not the first time that an ancient underground complex has been discovered in the world, but its colossal size has shown that it is totally artificial. However, that is not the most surprising of all. Studies have shown that the rocks date back over a million years, which is driving scientists crazy. A million-year-old underground complex? The mainstream academics reached a consensus. Mankind was born about 12,000 years ago. However, a large number of findings have led us to think that there is a distant past that we do not know. The problem is that most of these discoveries have not been endorsed by traditional archaeology, as they would alter the already established historical canon. This has caused more researchers to look at the history of civilization in a different way, with a more open mind. One of these experts is the geologist and Director of Research for Natural Sciences of the Independent University of Ecology and Political Science in Moscow, Drive. Alexander Koltypin. In his extensive career he studied various ancient underground structures, focusing primarily on the Mediterranean. There I identify many similarities between them. In this way he understood that they were connected, forming a colossal underground complex. What is most surprising about this place are the extreme geological characteristics. These demonstrate a very great possibility that they have been artificially constructed. This would be further proof that adds to a list that will extend considerably, showing that advanced civilizations inhabited the Earth makes million years. The constructions showed exact similarities in others found in different parts of the region. How was it concluded that they date back millions of years? Archaeologists in the region often date sites by looking at settlements there or nearby. This underground complex is built on existing prehistoric structures. Prehistoric constructions. Koltypin wrote the following on his web portal. When we examined the buildings, none of us, not for a moment, had any doubt that these structures are much older than the ruins of Canaanite, Philistine, Hebrew, Roman, Byzantine and Roman cities and colonies. Other cities and settlements that are in approximate dates. The geologist managed to accurately record the characteristics of different ancient sites. This helped him compare every detail, leading him to an alternate story. On his way near the Hervat Bergen ruins, in the Adullam Grove Nature Reserve, Israel, Koltypin felt a déjà vu. He felt the same as when he climbed the rocky city of Kavasin, in Turkey. Rectangular cutouts, artificial underground structures and megalithic rubble. It was all part of a large underground megalithic complex that collapsed due to erosion. Another point to keep in mind is that not all parts of this huge complex are underground. Some are high above the surface, such as the ancient stone city of Cappadocia in Turkey, which is also part of the complex. Thus, it is estimated that the deposits in northern Israel and central Turkey appeared after erosion of a few meters. According to their estimates, such a depth of erosion could hardly be formed in less than 500,000 to 1 million years. In this way, part of the complex came to the surface because of the alpine orogeny, or mountain formation. A connection that contradicts history. Koltypin says there is evidence to support that construction in Antalya, Turkey, is more than 1 million years old, despite the fact that official studies date it only to the Middle Ages. But for the researcher, this is impossible. This is similar to that observed in several megalithic ruins, which is clear evidence of the deep connection of ancient sites that in the past formed a single giant prehistoric complex. Numerous megalithic blocks that weighed tens of tons could have been linked to underground complexes from the distant past. This is another evidence that these underground complexes are geographically related. Finally, Koltypin points out that the way certain stones fit into parts without cement, the ceilings, columns, arches and doors seem to be far beyond the work of simple men with chisels. Constructions made by the Romans or other civilizations seem primitive compared to these. Is it possible that advanced civilizations existed millions of years ago? These underground complexes could totally change the history of mankind, but Orthodox scholars refuse to accept this kind of evidence.